Hey everybody, today we're going to build a lumber rack. Be kind of a floating lumber rack. And I'll show you what I'm talking about. Figuring this out, I'll use a piece of 3/4 inch plywood and attach it to the top of the post, and then it'll set between here and here on all of them, and then make sure and then screw all these in around. So, and then these as well, I can screw these up, and that'll hold that top from moving anywhere. And then of course the bottom, where on the side of the deck here, there's a lip right here. So I will router out just a little bit on the side of the beam here so that the post sits flat. And then I will anchor these to the side of the deck. And then we'll see about getting some shelf brackets made and see how it comes out. All right, so got these up, and now I need to measure for 2 shelves. So I know I'm going to have like 4x8 panels of sheet goods leaned up against. So let's see, and I don't have 8-foot ceilings in here. They're only about 90 inches tall. So I think two shelves in this is going to be good. I think it'll work out really well for me, for as much boards and stuff that I do hold. I don't hold on to things too long. I'm just not able to. I don't have the space. But for anything that I'm getting and using for a job, I think it'll work out really good. Even then, I do have a couple other places I can store them if I need to for a little longer, like on the deck here behind this rack, and then still have space between that and the washer and dryer once those do come in. So from here we'll mark, let's see, 48 inches. We'll come up to, let's see, 60 inches for the first one, and then we're looking at 60, 90, 60, 70. So if we do another one here at 75, I think that'll be good. So 60 inches and 75 inches up. And then that'll roughly give me about 15-inch clearance above for that. So then we'll level across from this. So let me transfer this over. So I did not draw anything up on this. This has all been just in my mind. I've been thinking about this for a little while. So kind of shooting from the hip on some of it. I had a pretty good idea of what it was I wanted to do. And sometimes I'm a little bad about that. Sometimes they come out really good. Sometimes they don't. Then I have to end up redoing things. So. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do for these triangle pieces for the shelf, for the rack. Something similar to the sides of the clamp rack. So on these, so we're looking at 12 inches on the top side. So this will be the top side. So this 1.5 inches here, this will allow for the side of the 2x4. And then down here to be the bottom side, this will be out 3.5 inches. And then of course connect this to that guy right there. And then we'll cut this out. I'm going to go ahead and use the table saw for these. And see, what do I need? I need about 16 of them, I think. 4, 8. So we'll get to it. The 1.5 inch side. Now these are cut down to 8.5. So the 8.5 and then the 3.5 is 12 inches. Remember, right? I showed you earlier that they were 12 inches long on the top side. I don't need anything real long sticking out. I didn't really want it sticking out too far. I don't hold a lot of sheet goods underneath at that point. So this will allow me to hold what it is I need to hold. It'll work well for me. Plus this being somewhat of a floating wall, I don't want it hanging out too far, but I think it's going to work out really well. So we'll go ahead and start putting these together. And I suppose I don't need to glue that far out, or yet anyways. So getting these together initially, go ahead and get everything lined up and make it a little easier so it doesn't move on you. Let's go ahead and tack it. I guess we didn't have to glue the other side right away, so we won't on the next ones. Might make it a little cleaner. But we get these together, line that front edge up. And then that way we can go ahead and get some screws in this. Just like this. And then we'll get them screwed on both sides. We'll get them glued and screwed. So we'll go ahead and get glue set on both these sides. Just kind of spread it around a little bit so it's not running around so much. A couple screws to start. And then we'll line the top side of this up with my mark that I made earlier. Let's see if I can hold this. Excuse me. It's just like that. Then we'll grab a small level, which of course I'm knocking everything off. And if anything, if they're pointing up, the front end's pointing up just a little bit, it'll be fine. You just don't want it less than level on that outside edge. So we'll take the bubble on that outside edge, where it touches that outside edge, and go ahead and screw it in. Yeah, I think it's going to work great. And where is my level? So this is what I'm calling the floating lumber rack. Turned out pretty good. I went ahead and loaded it up, and this has been the best space-saving idea I've had for the shop yet. So thanks everybody for watching. I like this lumber rack. Seems like it's going to work out pretty good. I'll do a future update and let everybody know how it's working out. If I need to add some bracing or something. But until then, it looks like it's going to work out pretty good. So make sure and check out my Instagram. On there, I show all the other projects I do for customers and whatnot. And I will be starting a vlog. There's a ton of work. I'm rebuilding this house. So there's a ton of work that I got to do this house. I'm basically rebuilding it from the frame up. I've already got a lot down on the outside, but I still have to finish up sealing up the outside, and I'll get started on that here, I know, by this weekend. And then from there on, I should be able to start actually pushing out some videos on that. And then we'll see how that goes. So thanks again, and see you next time.